Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. The Mighty Mouse by Carnivora Knives. Carnivora Tools, sorry about that. I absolutely adore the prospect and capabilities of this knife. It is a pocket fixed blade. It checks all the boxes for me, and we're going to talk about that in 1 second. First, there was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. This weekend, they're going to be a little higher. That's why on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here. We support Lil, and let me tell you something. It's not always been easy. It's really not. My kids decided to be a cop. I'm going to support him because I love him. I'm going to support my brothers who decided to be officers. We'll support the good ones. How do you do it, Scab? By not breaking the damn law. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Now, those 3 things have nothing to do with each other. They really don't. They're just my causes. I don't ask a damn soul to believe in any of them, but I like bringing them up. We try to put rubber to the road. Now, into the knife. Let's just jump head first into it. This is the Mighty Mouse. It was made by Tim Ellis, American made. It is 80 CRV2. I believe it's a 1/4 inch thick. It might be a little thicker. Overall length is 8 inches. Blade length is 4 1/4. The cutting edge is 4 inches. That's a perfect pocket fixed blade size for me. The handle length is 3 7/8 with an inner grip of 3 7/8. The handle is contoured to fit the hand. It is thicker at the top. It's around 7/8 thick at the top, 5/8 thick at the bottom, and it tapers down, and it's just really, really, really wide. It fills up your hand. I've got a few notes. Let me just read these that I jotted down in just quick thoughts. It's a pocket fixed blade. Why does that matter? Well, in a job like I do in an industrial setting around sand and around powder coating, it's going to wreck a folder. I need something heavy duty. I need something tough. I need something that will hold an edge. I need something that's easy to put an edge on. This knife came pretty damn sharp. I'd call it a utilitarian edge. I really would. You see there, good looking edge there. But it's 80 CRV2. I've had great luck in sharpening that, even if I have to sharpen it in the field. I've also had pretty good luck with it holding an edge. Now, at a 1/4 inch thick, I'm not worried about that sumbitch breaking, okay? We did a lot of beating and clanging on this thing. And one of the things I do here, guys, with this zip tie test, I want you to understand, it's not about the sharpness of the knife. It's to see if it'll chip, if it'll roll, if it'll ding. It's really to kind of check the heat treat a little bit, if that makes sense to you. Bomb proof. A knife can be a 1/4 inch thick and not be bomb proof. What makes it bomb proof? Well, a lot of things. Heat treat, the way the handle contours, the thickness can factor in. That's silly. I said that it couldn't. It does, but I'm saying the heat treat is important. If you can have the thickest knife in the world, if the heat treat's not there, it's not going to hold up. I found that Carnivora does a phenomenal job with their heat treat. It's an incredible, this knife was a damn good fire processor, wood processor, fire maker, and I love the lanyard on it. I don't use a lot of lanyards, but today with it being so hot, being sweaty, being all those things, I thought, you know what, let's use it. Now, here's what we did. I opened up with a fire. Just took a piece of fat wood, shaved it up, got some really good feather sticks in there. Guys, the thing about this knife is this. Daniel Lake Murray designed this for his brothers and sisters in arms. He's an active member of the Australian Defence Force, and this is his way of having his brothers and sisters in arms back, right? So he made it to where you can damn sure throw a spark with it. That's a fact. And we talked about being able to sharpen it easily in the field. Here's where we get into the bomb proofing. Okay? I'm not an expert. I'm a novice at best when it comes to any of this crap. Can I use a knife? Well, sure I can. I use one every day. There's a difference in using a knife and testing a knife. So when you see some stuff here and go, Scab, I'd never do that. Well, it's old Scab. What can I tell you? I do that for a couple of reasons, though. One, so you don't have to. Two, so you know if you ever need it, you know the knife will hold up. I found that this thing batoned wood and split wood exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. And you're going to see here just some quick, I was actually pretty impressed with the weight baton. Now. Depending on the area you live in the world and the region and things like that, you may not baton at all. You say, Scab, I carry the tools, whatever. I always test this stuff or demonstrate this stuff based on this is the only knife you would have, right? We don't focus on other brands. We don't focus on other knives. This is the knife you have. Will it hold up? Just to give you an idea of my mentality when I go into this. So I kind of look at it like this. I've got this knife. Something catastrophic's happened. This is the only knife I have to survive on. We got to make sure it holds up. Now, nothing I do scientific. I have a lot of fun doing it. So what I wanted to do here, we're going to do a little prying, and then we're just going to hammer in. I used a processed 4x4, right? And we're just going to hammer down. Now, I tried to be as careful as I can. Let me say this to you. This 4x4 is actually pretty wet and pretty dense. What you're seeing is the thickness of the knife absolutely obliterated, right? Every damn time I guess it's batoning, hammered the knife into it, it just split. And we're going to a little bigger piece here in a minute. This thing chewed up wood, chewed up that 4x4 and still made shavings. That you seen at the beginning of the video, I actually did at the very end of everything. So after all the batoning, the stabbing, the throwing, the cutting the rope, the cutting the zip ties, the cutting the ratchet strap, it still made super thin, fine feather sticks out of that fat wood. You know what I'm saying? And right here, you're just seeing, you say, Scab, I'd never do that. Man, I wouldn't either, except for this is a knife channel, and I wanted to see how the edge held up. I think Tim did an amazing job with this knife. I think Daniel did an amazing job with the design. Now, we're going to hammer. Now, here's the thing. Let me be quiet 1 second. Guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but every time that I hammered that knife in, that wood cracked and split. And you say, Scab, it's supposed to. I know. It should if a knife's worth its salt, but this thing obliterated it. Like right here, you're going to see each time we tap it in, I did that shit more times than I care to remember. Knocking it off the stump's been a long day. You'll have to forgive me. But again, right there, we hammered it in. I'll give you a look at it in just a second. Then I think the knife just being so thick, guys, it just plastered it. It really did, man. And it was a lot of fun. Here's the thing. Would I carry this knife? Oh my God, yeah. 7 days a week. I'm definitely looking forward to this fall, getting back to the kayaking, the hiking, the camping, and taking this with. Because, like I said, it's damn near indestructible. It does a hell of a job with wood processing. And right there, guys, I was just twisting it. To be honest with you, just put it in, prying and twisting and trying to do all that. And again, you see right there, some nice feather sticks. I like doing that right there with that kind of hammer grip, just to see the control of the knife. There's no hot spots. The spine is 90 degrees, but that handle contours perfectly. Now this thing right here, I started doing kind of half joking, right? But the more I did it, I thought, you know what? This is a good way to get the feel of the knife. And right here in a second, we kind of get the groove. That thing's going in about a 1/2 inch each time and making some nasty cuts, right? So it feels good in hand. We're going to spin it around backwards, do some traditional psycho style stabbing. Good control, hit the same spot several times, dug in deep. Now here, I just wanted to reinforce. This thing throws flames. These guys, Daniel Lake Murray and Tim Ellis, have came up with one hell of a knife. I love this thing. Get it through Carnivora. Listen, Don Moore Kramer's head of the thing. He's the guy you want to talk to. I don't know what the hell I was doing there, but a big shout out to Daniel. Big shout out to Tim and Don. I love y'all. Hey, I'm Scab. You're not. This thing's damn sure bomb-proof, son. Mighty Mouse.